Welcome to Pagoda Podcast, where we explore ideas, strategies, and insights to help businesses grow and scale. And to kick things off today, imagine for a second that millions of dollars just evaporate from your company's valuation in like a single afternoon, and all because someone in HR couldn't track down an old vendor contract.
Yeah, just a 3-year-old piece of paper sinking the whole ship.
Exactly. I mean, in the high-stakes world of mergers and acquisitions, that kind of reactive scramble completely kills deals.
Oh, it breeds uncertainty. And, savvy buyers will always penalize uncertainty during due diligence.
Right. So for today's deep dive, we're looking at how AI automation is taking that traditionally chaotic M&A preparation process and, well, flipping it into a massive strategic advantage. We're actually pulling from operational data provided by Black Pagoda.
Right, the advisory firm.
Yeah, they spend their days navigating the trenches of mid-market acquisitions. And their data is just fascinating because it moves past, the obvious stuff.
Well, yeah, a business-savvy audience like you listening already knows that messy data rooms ruin deals. But what Black Pagoda's framework highlights is how AI changes the fundamental mechanics of that prep.
Wait, how so? Like, what's the actual difference on the ground?
So instead of a team of paralegals manually reading, say, 500 vendor agreements to find change of control clauses.
Which takes forever.
Right. The AI uses natural language processing to extract and flag those specific liabilities across thousands of unstructured legacy files in, seconds.
In seconds. Oh, wow. So it's less like panic cleaning your house right before prospective buyers pull into the driveway and more like, I don't know, having a forensic accountant living inside your hard drive.
That is a great analogy, yeah.
Just constantly translating years of daily operational mess into a structured real-time audit.
And that real-time translation fundamentally changes the psychology of the buyer.
I can imagine.
Yeah, when a prospective acquirer asks for a granular breakdown of customer churn over 3 years, and the system instantly produces a verified, cross-referenced report, the buyer just stops looking for hidden landmines.
Because they actually trust the system.
Exactly. That speed builds immense confidence.
Well, and I was looking at the scope of this implementation, and it blew my mind that it isn't just about legal compliance.
Yeah.
Or even just financial reporting.
No, it goes way beyond that.
Right. This level of automation is bleeding into daily operational tracking and customer analytics, which is huge.
And that actually leads to one of the most surprising insights from Black Pagoda's operational approach. Setting up this AI infrastructure for an eventual sale often inadvertently increases the company's valuation before they even go to market.
Wait, really? Just by getting organized?
Just by getting organized. By forcing unstructured data into a highly visible dashboard, leadership teams suddenly spot hidden operational bottlenecks.
Ah, I see.
So they might fix a supply chain inefficiency they literally never knew existed. Then margins improve, and the baseline valuation goes up organically.
Okay, I have to play devil's advocate here, though.
Go for it.
If the AI is giving me these crystal clear dashboards, parsing unstructured data perfectly, and basically handing me a bulletproof due diligence package, aren't human advisors just an expensive middleman at that point?
That's a fair question.
I mean, why am I paying an advisory firm to read what the algorithm already summarized for me?
Because data without context is just noise. Black Pagoda's core philosophy actually centers on this exact tension. Technology alone isn't enough.
So the AI finds the data, but it doesn't know what it actually means.
Exactly. The AI can tell you that a specific contract holds a liability risk or that customer retention dipped in Q3. But it takes human strategy to know how to frame that narrative.
To spin it, basically. We're explaining
To position it, yeah. A human advisor interprets what information matters most to a specific private equity buyer versus, say, a strategic competitor, and they position it to drive long-term value.
So the algorithm builds the scalable system, but the human negotiates the nuance.
Spot on. By removing the friction of digging for lost files, the technology essentially buys the leadership team the time they need.
Time to actually think.
Right. Time to focus entirely on that high-level strategy and positioning instead of just reacting.
It transforms M&A prep from a manual, hair-pulling stressor into a proactive process. And really, whether you are actively prepping a company for a buyout or just trying to run a team more efficiently, prioritizing clean operational data makes any venture fundamentally healthier.
Definitely. It allows a business to stop reacting to its own history and start dictating its future.
I love that. But it does leave me with a lingering thought.
Uh-oh.
As these models get more sophisticated, if AI eventually becomes capable of not just organizing operational data, but actually predicting buyer behavior and valuation models with perfect accuracy, what happens next?
That is the million-dollar question.
Will future M&A deals be evaluated and negotiated entirely by competing AI systems? Like, could we see a day where human emotion and persuasion are completely removed from the boardroom? Something for you to ponder next time you're digging for a lost file.
That is a slightly terrifying but fascinating thought to leave on.
Thanks for tuning in to Pagoda Podcast. To learn more about how Black Pagoda helps businesses grow, scale, and prepare for future opportunities, visit www.blackpagoda.com. We'll see you in the next episode.